Um, Most problems that people have and that you might be having yourself, um, they seem external, but often they're internal. And I remember reading about this, and I forget the explanation, but I remember reading about it in a long time ago in the Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. It was a good book, and in it they discuss this topic of how um, there's like an inside out approach, and I've heard different kind of like self help and motivational speakers talk about this, and it's this concept that the inside out approach, that if you want to fix something on the outside, you kind of shift something on the inside, and that helps kind of bring about that change and fix things. And I think it's wise because a lot of the time it's just a matter of changing perspectives or changing mindsets, and you can tackle big things. I think one of the things that holds a lot of people back is belief, and belief is something that's on the inside, and if you can I think this is something that can be said for sure, is that the people that do achieve the biggest things in the world, the greatest things in the world, impact the most people, they're the ones that do believe it's possible. That's necessarily true, and if they did achieve it at some point, they had to believe that it was possible, and throughout the way, along the way, they had to keep that belief, and they found that it was possible. A lot of time you're faced with an impossible problem, and it's like, how do you solve it from the outside? But the solution almost always is something you can shift on the inside to suddenly see, like, oh, I can do this next, or oh, I can do that next, or and a lot of the time, like an Elliot Hulse thing that I heard, is that like a lot of the time it's not even about what you do, but it's about like allowing things to happen, allowing natural changes to happen, and again, like inside out, that you kind of make a shift on the inside. You see things from a different perspective, and suddenly kind of brightens your world, or suddenly everything is solved, and like you didn't really have to change that much, but you just like you kind of see what will come next, and what if anything that you have to do next. um, but yeah, just it's even hard to go into a lot more detail about it, but just I guess it's just worth saying that a lot of the time when you have those problems, that it's like something on the outside. A lot of the time, yeah, you can just fix something on the inside, fix things with your mind, with your perspective, and much of that can be just eating healthy, getting your sleep, having what's called homeostasis, so like a balance in your life, and having good relationships, and little things like that. These add up and are priceless, and they kind of relieve stress, and in aggregate, they kind of equate to this inside out approach. They really help it, and if you have those things, then it's like very few things. It's like certain ideas or thoughts or perspectives or mindset shifts, or looking at something just that you haven't considered before, but something on the inside that you can change, that allows changes in the outside world to happen. It almost always comes from the inside first, and that's the beauty and brilliance of the inside out approach. Um, if you want to achieve big things on the outside or see big results happen, it almost comes always from an inner shift, an inner change, and happens in that way. Whether that be mindset, or sometimes it's inner things, that working harder, being more patient, being more courageous, being more tenacious. Um, a lot of these things that you can do, they come from the inside. So it's just something to think about. Your external problems, when they seem hard or impossible, a lot of the time the solution lies on the inside, and changing something on the inside.